Since World War II, the United States has typically played an active leadership role in global institutions. With the world's largest economy, hundreds of overseas military bases, and leadership positions in various international institutions, the United States has been an undeniable global power. Post World War II and after the end of the Cold War, the USA cultivated close relationships with allies who shared the country's outlook on democracy and world order. However, the world does not look as it once did following World War II. Once the indispensable nation, the US is now just another squabbling player in an unstable world.
Well, President Putin says Russia will not retreat from Ukraine.
The moment is just utterly surreal for those of us who have been covering this story.
U.S. President-elect Donald Trump and Israel targeting weakened Iran nuclear facilities.
Welcome to our channel. Let us start our next video of the series Under Trump Presidency on the issue of the receding role of USA as a global leader. At home, the United States faces a wide range of challenging issues, including racial injustice, economic uncertainty, inequality, and extremism. Domestic problems made worse by the 2007 financial crisis and resulting recession reinforce the doubts about maintaining a leading American role in the world. Many Americans have grown disillusioned because of the costly wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, and American people are questioning whether the United States benefits from playing such an enormous international role. Many Americans no longer seem to value the liberal international order that the United States created after World War II and sustained throughout the Cold War and beyond. Signs of the USA's reluctance were visible even during the presidency of Barack Obama, but increased dramatically under President Donald J. Trump. America's global leadership, or the American century, rested on three pillars: freedom, democracy, and lawful cooperation among states. The USA projected these values with soft power, public diplomacy, foreign aid, culture, and even tourism designed to co-opt rather than coerce. Trump has no interest in any of that. He equates strength with brute force, the ability to impose his will on others. He has long questioned the value of alliances. The Trump administration aggressively advanced an America First ideology in which he questioned the merits of decades-long alliances and international partnerships. He has threatened to withdraw the country from NATO. He has contempt for international organizations. Trump has come out of the World Health Organization and Paris Agreement, among others. He seems determined to end US foreign aid and has already dismantled US aid. He doesn't hesitate to threaten treaty allies Canada, Mexico, Panama, and Denmark with economic coercion and the use of force. We all saw on our video feeds how Ukraine's president was bullied by Trump and his vice president J.D. Vance.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
Have you said thank you once?
It's a lot of times.
No, in this entire meeting, have you said
Have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not playing cards.
Right now, you don't.
You're
You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III.
After Friday's diplomatic implosion between Trump, the Ukrainian president, and Vice President J.D. Vance, it is not clear what the way back could be for the transatlantic alliance built over the past 80 years. Europe has been a long-standing ally of USA. However, EU's foreign minister has said that today's free world needs a new leader. The apparent capitulation to Vladimir Putin makes the USA immeasurably weaker, a loss of reputation and power never likely to be regained. Trump's preemptive concessions and giveaways, such as suggesting Ukraine should cede 1/5 of its territory and renounce joining NATO before Moscow even asked for those concessions have shocked US allies. Trump's isolationist and unilateralist policies harkened back to the era after World War I, during which the United States turned away from international engagement and leadership. In his second term, President Trump wants to burnish his historical legacy by expanding US territory, even if that means riding roughshod over values the USA claimed to cherish. He has repeatedly suggested that Canada would be better off if it agreed to become the 51st US state. Donald Trump has again and again expressed interest in buying Greenland. In the past 2 decades, China has re-emerged as a major power with the world's second largest economy and a world-class military. It increasingly asserts itself, seeking to regain its centrality in the international system and over global governance institutions. President Xi Jinping has called for China to lead the reform of the global governance system, transforming institutions and norms in ways that will reflect Beijing's values and priorities. The United States now must contend with an aggrieved and unpredictable Moscow. China, Iran, and North Korea have come closer together to supply Russia's war effort and resist what they call US global hegemony. This anti-American entente has already proved strong enough to mitigate the effects of Western aid to Ukraine, and it is raising the price of US military dominance. The international order created by the United States today faces challenges greater than at any time since the height of the Cold War. Hardly any nation besides US allies have imposed sanctions on Russia. Isolating China, if it attacked Taiwan, would be an even taller task. In Africa, Asia, Latin America, and the Middle East, perceptions of Russia and China have improved since 2022. Amid these challenges, the future of US foreign policy and the nature and scope of its relationship with the world is again a topic of fierce debate. However, there is another side to this also. Despite predictions of a post-American world, US capacities remain considerable. The US economy remains the most dynamic in the world. The dollar remains world's reserve currency, and people across the globe seek US investment and entrepreneurial skills to help their flagging economies. The idea of rise of the rest is yet to solidify. US institutions of higher learning remain the world's best and attract students from every corner of the globe. The political values that the US state stands for remain potent force for change. America's image and influence have been deeply corroded. Fareed Zakaria argues that America needs to reconsider its global role now that other countries' growing success is reshaping the world. This would require a decisive turn away from the blustery unilateralism of Donald Trump and a reinvestment in alliances, especially a reimagined transatlantic alliance. All much easier said than done. If you found the content useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more such content.